Good evening. I'm Cindy Hsu.
I'm Dick Brennan. Maurice and Christine are off. Governor Hochul this afternoon announced the congestion pricing is coming soon. The zone will start at 60th Street, head south to include the Lincoln Tunnel and Battery Tunnel on the Hudson River side, and the Queensboro Bridge, Queens Midtown Tunnel, Williamsburg Bridge, Manhattan Bridge, and Brooklyn Bridge on the east side.
The retooled plan would charge the drivers of most passenger cars $9 to enter the zone during peak hours, down from the previously approved rate of $15. Motorcycles will be charged $4.50. Small trucks and non-commuter buses $14.40. Large trucks and sightseeing buses will also be charged $21.60.
We have team coverage. Natalie Duddridge spoke to people for congestion pricing, while Doug Williams spoke to people against it. But we begin with Marcia Kramer, who has more on the plan. Marcia.
Well, Dick and Cindy, after pausing congestion pricing in the middle of a heated national election cycle, Governor Kathy Hochul is now fast-tracking implementation to get the cameras turned on before Donald Trump takes office. If all goes according to plan, it will start on January 5th, but there are several hurdles.
It was $15 before, and now it is $9. That is a 40% reduction. This lower toll will save daily commuters nearly $1,500 annually. And that kind of money makes a big difference for our families.
When she suddenly paused congestion pricing back in June, Governor Hochul insisted it was because charging $15 to enter the central business district below 60th Street was just too damn high, denying reports that she did it to help flip congressional seats blue. Politics and her election successes aside, she is now listing the benefits: less congestion, cleaner air, and transit improvements.
New modern signals, the long-awaited 2nd Avenue subway, new electric buses, elevators, and this will generate major investments for our suburban commuters as well.
But there remains strident opposition in the region and in Washington. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy says he will continue to try to block the plan in court. He charged that his fellow Democrat failed to understand the reason Donald Trump scored a landslide victory. All of us need to listen to the message that voters across America sent last Tuesday, which is that the vast majority of Americans are experiencing severe economic strains and still feeling the effects of inflation. There could not be a worse time to impose a new $9 toll on individuals who are traveling into downtown Manhattan for work, school, or leisure, Governor Murphy said. And President Trump, who would have to pay the toll himself when he visits his Trump Tower penthouse, called it, quote, the most regressive tax known to womankind. It will put New York City at a disadvantage over competing cities and states, and businesses will flee, Trump said in a statement. Not only is this a massive tax to people coming in, it is extremely inconvenient for both driving and personal booking-keeping standards. It will be virtually impossible for New York City to come back as long as the congestion tax is in effect. Deputy Mayor Meera Joshi disagreed with Trump.
It will reduce traffic in the central business district, which will have a real impact for our carbon emissions. It will provide long-term investment in the bedrock of our city's economy, our public transit, creating good green jobs.
New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer will be joining New York Republicans like Mike Lawler and Nicole Maliotakis in trying to kill the plan.
I'll be damned if I'm going to stand around and let the MTA balance their mismanaged, out-of-control budget on the backs of hardworking Jersey families.
Now, also vowing to put a monkey wrench into the plan is the teachers union, which says it will continue its suit. But like I said, the governor is determined to fast-track it. The MTA is scheduled to vote to approve the new rates on Monday.
After the monkey wrenches.
After the monkey wrenches.
Yeah, it takes okay, Marcia, thanks very much.
Well, there are some discounts and exemptions for congestion pricing.
Among them, a 50% cut for people enrolled in the low-income discount plan. It kicks in after the first 10 trips in any month. Residents in the zone whose household income is less than $60,000 may qualify for a tax credit. The individual disability exemption plan will provide relief for those who have medical conditions that prevent them from using mass transit. Certain emergency vehicles, school buses, commuter buses, and certain other buses will be exempt, as will certain other specific types of government vehicles that perform public works.
Chances are when it comes to congestion pricing, most minds are made up, those in favor and those who oppose it.
Yeah, and Doug Williams spoke to those who were hoping they'd seen the last of congestion pricing.
In the heart of the Central Business District on Thursday, we heard from frustrated drivers with minds unchanged.
You like the idea of it?
No, absolutely not.
It's not fair to the people outside in the outer boroughs or in New Jersey. She's going to try to rush it through because of Donald, but it's not fair.
Just like the pause of congestion pricing, drivers we spoke with believe the timing of its re-implementation is all politics. And though the governor framed the change from $15 to $9 as a decrease, her critics behind the wheel frame it more as an increase from zero.
I had to drive the kids to school every day, and it's a real hardship.
Jersey plate, so I'm assuming you come from Jersey.
That's
You're
correct.
Not looking forward to...
No, not in addition to the tunnels that we pay, the tolls we pay right now.
You think the roads are going to be clear?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, no matter what. Everybody comes.
No matter what, everyone comes to the city.
Right. Yeah.
Transport Union President John Samuelson was a member of the MTA board that shaped congestion pricing in its original form. He was insistent at the time that the MTA used the money from the tolls for new subways and buses in the outer boroughs. Eventually, he resigned.
It was kind of botched. It was botched. Outer borough New Yorkers, particularly on the fringes of the outer boroughs, are adamantly against this. There's absolutely no doubt that this was impactful in the election.
But even for critics, Samuelson says the new plan announced Thursday is a step in the right direction, with Governor Hochul calling on the MTA to invest in service improvements for folks that may now be priced out of driving.
The price has gone down. Service investments are going to happen. It just makes it a better deal for outer borough New Yorkers.
On the east side of Manhattan, Doug Williams, CBS News, New York.
While some drivers worry about the added costs, many pedestrians and cyclists, along with people who use the subway, see congestion pricing as a win for transit and the environment. Natalie Duddridge spoke to supporters who view the program as a major step forward.
Oh, wow. OK, I'm happy to hear that. I think I was disappointed when it was called back.
With the relaunch of congestion pricing, many New Yorkers are celebrating it as a victory.
I think it's great. I realize it inconveniences certain people. I'm sure certain small business will feel some pain from it, but I think I applaud the decision overall.
Transportation advocates say the program will not only ease congestion, but make streets safer for pedestrians and cyclists.
Reduce traffic by as much as 17% coming into the Central Business District. So that is, 17% more space that the city can then use to build bus lanes and bike lanes and all sorts of ways to get people to where they need to go faster with less gridlock.
Subway riders are looking forward to changes promised by the MTA.
I think the MTA is in desperate need of help. We can't keep it operating the way it is.
Now, some supporters we spoke to say they still have concerns about exactly how the funds will be used. They want a guarantee they'll see improvements.
We need to be 100% clear that it's going back into improving the quality of the MTA system. Being that it is a monopoly, we don't have any other transportation services. Improving the train times, bus times.
Despite some reservations, many remain hopeful congestion pricing will lead to a cleaner, healthier New York City. In Manhattan, Natalie Duddridge, CBS News, New York.
And for more information, including a closer look at the rollout timeline, head over to our website, cbsnewyork.com.